I really think the diet industry has us fooled. And you want to know why? Because they say when we are dieting on a fitness journey, on a weight loss journey, on a health journey, that we can't eat out. But in my mind, I think we can. So I'm going to give you guys some tips on how you can eat out and stick to your weight loss goals. Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm Kendra and this is Kind Kendra Creates. This is my space for telling you guys all about my weight loss journey and some tips on how you can be successful on yours as well. So if you want to stick around for that type of content, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also, you'll learn a little about me along the way. So let's start this off. We're going to dive right into it. We are going to be talking about eating out on your weight loss journey. So I know that you've heard about how you have to stick to a strict diet plan, but a lot of these strict starvation restriction diets, they just don't work. And, I can attest to that fact because I've been on this revolving cycle of diets, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well. So in order for us to stop that cycle, we should probably be doing things in moderation, right? So eating out is one of those things. When we go out to dine out with our family and with our friends, we want to help to try to make better decisions and healthier choices because, of course, we're still on this weight loss journey, right? So that leads me to my tips to kind of help you guys out along your weight loss journey and things that I've put in practice along the years in mine as well. So hopefully these tips can help you out while you are trying to dine out on your weight loss journey. So my first tip is to plan ahead. Okay, I always talk about planning in all of my tips, but the way that we plan ahead when we get ready to dine out is first, you need to find out where you're going. Hopefully you know in advance where you're going. You go on their website and you look at their menu. I have to do this a lot because there are certain things that I don't eat. And then, of course, you guys who have the struggle of that as well or have like allergies and things like that, sure that you are used to looking up the menu on a restaurant's website. So once you look that menu up, then you want to figure out what you want to eat. And I know this takes all the spontaneity out of dining out, but sometimes you just have to do these things, right? So once you find out what you're going to eat, usually menus will have a calorie count or nutrition facts or health information about the food that you're eating. Great, good. Now you kind of have an idea of how this food choice will fit into your daily eating plan. And if they don't, then you can head over to a number of websites or a number of apps, such as MyFitnessPal, to get those nutrition facts, or shall I say estimated nutrition facts. And remember, nutrition facts are always estimates. There's no hard and fast sound rules to nutrition facts because they're kind of loose in standards. So you just want to plan ahead with calorie counting and figuring out what you want to eat on your dining out experience. All right. So the next tip that I have for you guys is to make menu tweaks. So you want to do things like replacements or things like that. So when you're thinking about what you want to order, hopefully you've already made up your mind and your decision and you have something healthy planned out for you. But if you were kind of on the fly or you had to make last minute arrangements for whatever reason, you want to try to consider what's on that menu. Okay, so when you're thinking about your protein, you probably want to stick to a grilled protein instead of the fried version. Okay, you also want to try to make sure that that is not coated in butter or flour or cornmeal or things like that. So you want to have it like naked or no coating or no flouring or no breading or things like that. Also, when you get your sauces or you get your dressings for your salads, you want to ask them to put that on the side, or is that possible to get that on the side? So a lot of times they will accommodate you if you make it very, very clear to your server at the restaurant, and then they will pass those directions along to the chef, who will then prepare your food as you like it. The thing is, you just have to ask for these tweaks, okay? So you want to try for the grilled or sauteed options. You want to put the sauce on the side and try to stay away from all those sauces because we don't know what's in those, right? Yeah. All right. So the third tip I have for you guys is to practice portion control. And I've talked about this, and it's something that we all have problems with when we're eating very, very good food. I mean, we're just shoveling that food in our mouth, and then we look up and we're like, oh God, I'm so stuffed. Especially if you've been like restricting what you eat and you don't usually have, fried foods, or you don't usually eat out, or you don't usually have sweet foods and things like that. You might get to a restaurant and overdo it. And you want to try to portion control when you go out to eat. So ways that you can do that is you can ask the server to box up half of your food before they even bring it out to you, okay? I've never ever done that, but some people have, and some people find great success with doing that. I just save my stuff for the end because what I do is I listen to my hunger and fullness cues, and this takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of work, and it may take a lot of relearning this. Because if we've been dieting for so long, a lot of times our hunger and fullness cues are skewed. Or if we've been overeating for a very long time, our hunger and fullness cues are so out of whack. You don't know if you're full, if you're still hungry, and so you're probably just gonna eat it all up. But you want to try to practice getting the fullness sensation, knowing your hunger and fullness cues. And then you can also try to split your food with whoever you're dining with. I was gonna say a friend or family member or whoever you're dining with. So funny that I mentioned this. Last week, me and the fam, we went out to eat. One of my hubby's favorite restaurants is Red Lobster. He loves it. He loves seafood though. And they have enormous portions, you guys. And I believe we got like the Captain's Trio or something. So it basically comes with like 3 different entrees, and then you get 2 sides. So, and for a little man, he just eats so much, and I just don't understand it. And I had the conversation with him at the table. I'm like, honey, you eat so much more than me, but you are still so tiny. And he just kind of smiled, and he was just shrugged his shoulders like, I don't know. So we just shared that, and it was cool. And then another thing that you can also do is try small plate options if the restaurant has those things, or you can order appetizers. And this is what I do at a lot of restaurants. And you guys remember when I went to Austin? Yeah, watch my travel vlog. But anyways, when I went to Austin, I actually did that on my first night out when we went and saw the live band and everything. I ordered a side salad, and then I ordered the appetizer, like crab cakes. And I mean, it was perfect. Like, I was full. I was done. And the reason why we a lot of times end up sharing or taking home leftovers or being really overly stuffed and full is because restaurant portions are 2 to 4 times larger than USDA recommendations. Who knew? So those are a couple of tips. And this is going to lead me to my last tip, you guys. Ooh, and I talked about this one a lot. Opt for non-caloric beverages. I've talked about this, remember, in my water video? Yeah, So you want to try to stick to your water, your seltzer water, your diet drinks, unsweetened tea, things like that. Because those sweetened beverages, they add so many calories and they're just empty. They provide no nutritional content or value whatsoever. And yeah, I had a video about sweetened drinks. It's actually the largest contributor to refined sugars in the average American diet. So nix the sweetened drinks and opt for water instead. All right. So now that I've given you guys those tips on how you can plan ahead, eat out at your restaurant, and just make overall better decisions, it's time for my weight loss progress. I was not going to disappoint you guys because last video, you know what I talked about? I talked about the fact that I am 25 pounds down in 5 months. That's right. That means I've been working my booty off for this weight loss thing. And oof, it has been kicking my butt. It's been a journey and I got so much longer to go. But anyways, let's get into it. So the last video, I was 226.4 pounds. And now I am 224 pounds for a total weight loss of 2.4 pounds. Oh, I'm so excited. So ups, downs, start, stop, start, stall. So we just got to get in the groove of things, you know, do what you do and all that good stuff. So we've talked about our tips for eating out and dining out at restaurants. And we've talked about my weight loss progress. And you guys know I could not leave without my positive word. So today's positive word comes from Drew Barrymore. In the end, some of your greatest pains become your greatest strengths. I think we needed this one. I believe that a lot of things that we go through while we're going through them, they are very tough. Sometimes you feel like you aren't even able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes you aren't able to know why you're being slammed from every direction with every obstacle that you're facing, and you feel like you can't even take this anymore. But once we get out of those things, we come out being much stronger. We come out being wiser. We come out being equipped with tools and skills and resources that we probably would have never had if we hadn't gone through those things. Now, I'm not saying that we need to be comparing ourselves and getting in this struggle Olympics thing. No. But sometimes life is hard and it throws curveballs at us. And sometimes, yeah, your greatest pains do become your greatest strengths. So if you're going through a tough time, just ask yourself, what is all of this stuff that's going on with me? What is it teaching me? Hopefully you're learning a good lesson and something that you can use for the benefit of your future. You guys, thank you so much. And if you like that positive word, go ahead and like this video. And if you want to see more of me and my positive words, along with my great tips, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And always make sure that you press the bell notification so that you can be notified as soon as I put out a new video. And I want to end this video on a positive tip, of course. And I want to say, you guys, make sure you're spreading kindness in a world full of hate. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.